Hey, good morning all. What a crazy ass difference 24 hours will make. It's, what is it? About 7:15, December 26th. And yesterday it was in the 50s. Today we are under a weather advisory until sometime tomorrow morning. So, that's the way it goes. That's kind of the way life goes, though, because you can never tell what the fuck some other person that you might cross paths with might either be thinking or going through at the time. We're all God's children, but not all of us know it. And when I say we're all God's children, I mean it. We all have the ability to make our own choices. We're aware enough to take experience and knowledge and come out with a solution. What defines us isn't this. It never has been, never will be. Neither does that either, The things you're wearing. For all you know, somebody could be wearing the coat of their long dead father and it looks like shit. That's the thing. There are variables like that. You can never know. What defines who we are is the actions we take when interacting with others. And animals, old people, kids. It's an old cliche, but it's true that you can tell a lot about a person by the way they interact with animals, little kids, and the elderly. That pretty much defines them. And I like to believe that, for the most part, my actions in that, with regards to those situations, have been honorable. But as a young man, growing up, they weren't, because I didn't understand. And that's the thing. You can't, because you're at a certain level, you can't define what level of perception or enlightenment somebody else is at. It's impossible to know that. So you gotta, when you're interacting with new people, interact accordingly. At first you gotta kind of judge them by their cover, right? But be awake enough to ask the right questions and to interact with people that... I'll give you a good example. So there's this one cat I work with. And in the book, I refer to him as Swamp. And I won't say why. But this guy is a very cool guy. He's a young kid. And very quiet. Now, thanks to the grace of God, I was allowed the opportunity to work with an autistic girl that wasn't on the verbal spectrum, but she was on the high. I forgot how they classify it, but the high spectrum or something like that. Anyway, this individual at work, I noticed that there were certain cues that were similar to the ones that the girl I was working as a teacher's assistant with. There were certain cues that he had that were similar to hers. So I engaged him and found him out. And you know something? I've kind of gotten this guy to come out of his shell a little bit. And that's what I'd like to think is part of my whole mission here on Earth. to show people that, yeah, you might be going through some shit. But if you trust in God, you can find a way out. And if that's all I'm here on earth for, great. Let that be my it. But see, that's what defines us. As children of God, I like to think that by trusting in God, we can seek out people like that and help them. I'm no different than anybody else. Hell, in a lot of ways, I'm worse. A lot worse. But one way, I'm just as good. Because once you have faith, you have faith. You can't have more faith than somebody else. Once you have faith in God, you have faith in God, period. End of sentence. And that's all you need. It's all you need to keep waking up in the morning. To keep proving to God that you were worth it. And when I say it, what I'm talking about is the reason why you were created in the first place. Each one of us, we were created for a special reason. But here's the rub, as Shakespeare would say. Aye, here's the rub. It's up to each one of us to figure out what it is. And I'm pretty sure I was created and put here to tell stories. Because it seems that I'm pretty good at that. In a lot of ways. But I apologize, I ramble. Listen, one other thing I want to say is, if you're a follower of Q, and I put this intentionally at the end, have faith. You have faith in God. You followers of the 17th letter of the alphabet. Sat on both sides, my brother. I'm talking to you specifically. I know you're listening to this shit. Hold the fucking line. And pray. Pray like your future and the lives of all of our offspring depend upon it. Because it does. If we go down this path, men like us will disappear out of necessity. But we won't be gone. Because we know that God has our six. We'll just go off grid. Please, Almighty Father, there are people hurting in the world right now. They need your help. Please guide my thoughts, my words, my actions. Help me awaken those that still slumber to the glory, hope, love, and forgiveness that comes with having faith in you and your only begotten Son, Jesus Christ. And belated happy birthday to your son, by the way, God. Please awaken those without faith to the truth. And if it's not too late, awaken those contemplating destroying the life that grows within their womb to the true love and potential that life has within it. Please protect and guide Donald J. Trump all the members of Q, the members of our military, our law enforcement, and especially Vets for Child Rescue. And all the good patriots that are starting to get nervous, steel their souls to the wind, to the cold, to the assault, so that united together we can put on the full armor of God, pick up our swords of truth and light, and in one voice defeat the dark forces of evil that prey upon the children of the world once and for all. Amen. Hey y'all, I've rambled enough today, actually all weekend. The book is going well. I'm still doing rewrites. Going through over 150 pages is quite the task. But have faith. This ain't over. It ain't over yet, not by a long shot. God bless. Stay safe. Amen.